Oh, so you want to see a pocket knife get beat on? Do you want to see how hard someone can use a pocket knife? Stay tuned. This is for all you haters out there that say you can't baton a pocket knife. I think it's going to go just fine. Lock is holding strong. What is up, YouTube? It's Frank with What's the Point EDC. Today we got the Quiet Carry Drift large contoured version, aka the LC version, an LC 200N. One of my favorite USA made frame lock pocket knives. This thing is such an underrated knife. LC 200N, very tall saber grind, G10 and titanium for the frame lock side. This is going to be a fun one. Stick around and let's see if this thing takes on any damage. Let's go ahead and remove some bark off of this bad boy. Now this is not a fresh edge. I have used this edge extensively, but I have plenty faith in it having plenty of life left up in it. LC 200N's a new steel to me. I have never tested LC 200N. It's been on the to test list for a while now, and I'm very glad to have this knife. Big shout out to Timbos 437 for making this one happen. Check him out. I put a link to him in the description. Let's go ahead and hit it on this side. Light work, nothing to it. This really tall saber grind, it just works. Nice, really thin blade stock as it is. Pair them together and you got a really good cutter. Let's go ahead and thin this down a little bit real quick. See how it feels. Going down in deep. I was totally off the screen there. Let's go ahead and take this and thin it on down into a little spear real quick. Why don't we? It's definitely sharp, and I've used it a good bit, so it has lost some of its sharpness, but I'll tell you now, it's still screaming sharp, and the geometry is so good that it's just gonna cut. It really is. Very good cutter. I mean, I'm actually kind of impressed by this already. This is for all you haters out there that say you can't baton a pocket knife. You can when it's built like this. Let's see if we can't baton through this real quick, why don't we? I'm not afraid of it at all. I think it's gonna go just fine. Lock is holding strong. Let's go ahead and go again, why don't we? No problems. Now should we see if the lock functions as it should? Let's see. Oh yeah, let's see. Let's give it a couple flicks just to make sure. Let's give it two more. Oh, that was on me. That didn't count. One and two. No issues at all. Let's see if it feels weird when we slow roll it. Nice. Very nice. I didn't think there was going to be any issue. Look at that lockup on that thing. Awesome lock geometry. This right here is a 10 out of 10 in my humble opinion. Doesn't get much better when it comes to production. This is how it's done. Awesome machine work. Awesome geometry all the way around. Ergos to die for. What can you say? Let's go ahead and get a bicycle tube real quick. We'll double it up after this one right here. There's the double up. No issue at all. Didn't think it would. Let's go ahead and roll this up and give it a couple cuts and see how it feels. Oh yeah, straight down. Just push cutting it. Get this a couple times. Not that this is anything serious, but we will work our way up. Let's go ahead and double this up, why don't we? Because we're not here to play around. We're here to see if this thing cuts. That's what this whole channel is about. We want to know if knives cut. How good do they cut? What steels cut how good? Let's go ahead and get it on the double up. Straight on through. Oh, hold on now. There we go. Now it's all the way through. Let's go ahead and give it a couple of these. Just slices straight through. Can we go through the 2-inch ratchet strap? Oh, it slid out at the end. I said successful. I don't have any more ratchet strap that's long enough for me to fold in two, so we're just gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do it. See if we can't draw the tip through this with some nice draw cuts real quick. Even though my stump is extremely uneven and it hinders me from cutting as good as I could. There you guys go. One more time, why don't we? So freaking sharp, it just passes through. Very nice knife, and it does feel so good in the hand. This is the LC, so it stands for the large contour. As you can tell, it is definitely contoured. And the LC also stands for the LC 200N steel. Almost freaking rust proof. Don't go through the cell phone cord, you might mess the edge up. Well, I mean, we're gonna find out, ain't we? And we're gonna do it again. Oh, I can't grip it. Oh, I barely was able to grip that. It's just not long enough. Let's see if we've got any edge damage here that's visible to the naked eye. Looks good on that side and this side to me. You be the judge. Let's feel. Let's go ahead and give it a feel test. Nice, 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 nice. No damage or anything yet. Nothing yet. Good to go. Let's continue. Let's go ahead and go through this air hose real quick. You know? Give it a couple nice little cuts. Give it about 10 of them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. As you guys expected, it's still cutting like a champ. No issue. I love this freaking knife. For those of you who watch the channel, you guys know how hardcore this rope is and how it will destroy an edge. This is some stuff I got from a tree company. So it's definitely good stuff. Oh man, I wasn't expecting that. Wow, what a knife. The question here is, nice cuts. It doesn't play around, you guys. You want to see it cut some 1/2-inch twisted sisal rope that looks like a freaking nasty regurgitated snake? Well, here it is. This is getting a little dried out. Don't let people fool you when they let their twisted sisal dry out and get really easy to cut. Some of these channels fool you guys. Don't be fooled by everybody. See how easy it is to cut when it's dried out? When this stuff's brand new, it is vicious. Some of our knife companies that we all know are cutting old, nasty, twisted sisal rope because it's seriously easy to cut. And it looks impressive. Got some oak here. We'll remove the bark and then we're going to chop through it. Just a little bit of bark removal here, just to show the sliceability of this bad boy. Anytime you touch it, it just goes. Now let's just go ahead and chop through and see if we get any edge damage. As of right now, there's 0. Well, that's a little too green for my liking. Let's see if we get any edge damage here. We'll move on to something harder after this. I don't feel anything at all. Good stuff. LC 200N is pretty tough. It has really fine microstructure, so the grain structure of it's going to be very fine. So you're going to get them nasty, really sharp edges with it, on top of it being extremely corrosion resistant. Good stuff. Okay, I told you we were going to get something a little bit harder. I wasn't lying. We're going to flip it over and get the even harder side though. There we go. Let's go ahead and bang this thing into it a couple times, see what we get. In my opinion, if your knife can't do this, then we have an issue. Now, I'm not saying this knife's meant to chop. I'm just saying, for it to impact on wood, something as simple as wood, if we have a chip, then we got us a problem here. I know the LC 200N should not chip from this. Let's see what we got here. As usual, I didn't think so. I've got a pretty good standardized test going on. I have a good idea of what steels are going to do what for the most part. Not everything, but for the most part, I know how steels are going to perform. There we go. We got that 1/4-inch air hose real quick. No problem, just push cuts right on through it. Wonder if I can cut it like I would with like food prepping. Okay. It will when the knife sinks down into the board, but we're gonna stop that because it's kind of stupid just to sink the knife so deep into the board for pretty much no. Okay, we got the 3-peat right here. See if we can't get through this. Oh! Pushing. Okay, can't do too much pushing. Pushing. Pushing, that is crazy. Geometry plays such a big role in things, you guys. It's nice thin stock, as you can see. Good thin pointy tip. Nice, really tall saber ground blade. It's just gonna be a good performer, no matter what. It could be dull and it would still cut. You guys know, for the most part, it would definitely still cut things. Good geometry. It's not the thinnest, but it's definitely not thick. This thing is going to be a very, very efficient cutter, and that's the way I like my pocket knives. Efficient. You knew there was going to be cardboard. Now, this wouldn't be a What's the Point EDC video if I didn't give you guys some cardboard cuts. Now, would it? Cuts through as I expected, nice and efficiently. The freaking Marlboro man. Don't smoke, kids. Also, don't vape. That shit's even dumber. Okay, didn't cut through there for whatever reason. It just wants to go. It's sharp, you guys, and it's a good cutter. If you're looking for a knife that cuts really good and carries very good, that's premium, USA made, extremely, extremely corrosion and stain resistant, this might be for you. This thing has got excellent lock geometry, blade geometry, awesome ergonomics. It runs on some really nice bearings here. Very hydraulic action. Sounds good, looks good, and feels good, and made in the United States of America, so you can't go wrong with it. Alright, you guys, as you've seen, Quiet Carry Drift LC and LC 200N just passed with flying colors. I expected it to pass, but you never know sometimes. So shout out to Quiet Carry for making one hell of a good knife. I couldn't have asked for a better knife in this exact form, and they freaking really did it, you guys. This is a 10 out of 10 for a production knife. In my humble opinion, it is that good. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Shout out to Timbos 437 for sending this bad boy in for testing. I appreciate him. If you don't know who he is, I suggest you check the link in the description and check him out. Check him out on his YouTube and on his Instagram channel. Page, I should say. Alright, you guys, it's time for me to go smoke. I've been doing this for long enough. Take it easy and stay greasy, y'all. You know the motto. If you're an addict, never stay quitting. Take it easy and stay greasy. Peace.